We're going to have a little bit of fun right now, tapping into the most amazing kind of story arc that we've seen unfolding over the last couple of years. Our Springbok women did it. They, over the weekend, took the Rugby Africa Women's Cup title for a fourth time, but it had extra special significance. This means that our South African ladies have won all 4 editions of the Cup, which is great. The tournament concluded with South Africa giving the host nation a 46-17 thrashing. And albeit Antananarivo, not the most well-known rugby nation, but we needed to deliver in this moment because something very special has happened as a result.
Oh, well, listen, we couldn't be prouder of our ladies, so we thought let's celebrate by checking out one of our favorite tries of the game in their game versus Madagascar.
Oh, we love the free-flowing rugby, and we love the fact that they are now going to be going to the Rugby World Cup as a result. And we've got to, I think, send a special mention to the core of that team. There have been so many stalwarts that have I think, given so much, and one in particular, our most capped South African women's player, team captain Nolisendiso. Boy, she is 38 years old. She's earned 45 caps. In fact, it was her 45th in that match. But she has been the stalwart of this team through the non-professional era. When your top-tier sports person has to have another job to be able to facilitate their sporting role. For so many years, so many players in that team have had to do that for the right to play rugby, which is a crazy thing to me. And they've gotten themselves now to the point of competing against the best in the Rugby World Cup, which is amazing. Man.
Absolutely incredible. So we have Zanele also joining us for this conversation. Zanele, how incredible are our Springbok women?
Come on.
Oh, my goodness. Family, I'm absolutely beside myself. You know what? I feel like when people say no RSA, or rather no DNA, just RSA, it's because, my friend, we have got winning in our veins. We are 100% champions at heart. And this is why we continue to take it to the top. And I think that our ladies are going to make us so proud. I mean, even that moment that we just watched, that was clinical. And I feel like if they take that and they take it to the World Cup, we're going to come out champions yet again.
I absolutely love it. And I want to put this to you because I know you've had a front row seat to some of the biggest moments in women's sport at the moment, obviously involved with the World Cup when it came to netball. What we've seen our ladies do within the cricket space during the T20 World Cup seemed to spark a new narrative within women's sport where more young girls and women are interested in these sports because they're seeing themselves represented. They're seeing the ladies do things that have never been done before, just like the fastest ball that's ever been bowled. This feels like the time for not just women's rugby, but for all women's sport. As someone who has had a front row seat and has, I suppose, played your part in bringing the sport to the fore, how do you feel about where women's sport is right now?
Oh, man, Graham, that's such a beautiful question, and thank you for posing it. I definitely feel like we are in such a beautiful space in terms of women's sport. I remember last year, because of everything that was happening from the Cricket World Cup to the Netball World Cup and everything else in between, as SABC and SABC Sport, we named it the Year of Women's Sport, and it was all about #GameChangeHer. And I think that that's what it was about. Last year was a game changer indeed, because just like you're saying, so many young people were able to see themselves represented and see themselves on a world stage because it was happening in our backyard, which was in Cape Town, of course, with the Netball World Cup. And I think that that just opened everyone's eyes so much more, especially the young girl in South Africa. And I feel like it's also one of the things where, as each and every time we continue to give women's sports so much more light, it is so beautiful that so many more young people are able to be inspired, but also able to be shown that it is possible. And it's not just netball, it's not just cricket, it's badminton, it's swimming, it's every single one of the sports, because some of the sports seem to sometimes, you know, fall by the wayside. But I think that so many doors are opening. I feel like so many eyes are being opened. And for me, I feel like last year, yes, we named it the Year of Women in Sport. And I said it literally at the SA Sport Awards that for me, each and every year after that is going to continue to be the Year of Women in Sport, because we'll continue to celebrate our ladies, but we will also continue to be sure that every single one of them are getting the platform that they deserve. And to what you were saying, Graham, that hopefully each and every one of them can also be professional 100%.
Yeah. And it's TV time. We need to achieve
Yeah.
qualification for these massive events so that our girls can be on TV, so they can warrant the money being
Yes.
pumped into the structures. So they are ticking every box. Now we have to go and deliver. The sponsors have to step up. The structures need to back them, but we could not
Exactly.
be prouder. Oh, Zanele, thank you so much for playing your part in driving women's sport within this country. Let's call it the era of women's sport. Forget the year, forget the decade. This is the era of women's sport, and we could not be more
I
proud.
love that. Oh, Graham, you see, we need more people like you who see the vision, who know that it's what needs to happen, and who understand that this is the time indeed. Thank you, my Graham.
Oh, man. And she has played such a brilliant role in her position, bringing the sport to the people. And that's why I love SABC Sport, because it's for everybody. So power to the people. Absolutely love that.